Oh, one minute in, we already got somebody. Oh, that dropped off. That's funny. I don't know if that's true or not, but anyway. Um, yeah, minute and a half in, and I'm still got 2 bars. Now we're down to one. My Wi-Fi, if it's sketchy, it's bouncing back and forth. I kind of had my laptop tucked in under my monitors a bit, and I was curious if that was blocking the Wi-Fi signal. So I moved my laptop to on top of the printer, which gives it a little more than a foot in elevation, but it's kind of clear of any electronics now. So hopefully the Wi-Fi is a little bit more stable. I'm trying something a little different here today as well. For my second camera, I I'm gonna try using my work cell phone. It's an iPhone, so I have this little program that switches. So hopefully it's a better video than last night. Hopefully, my Wi-Fi is still jumping from 1 bar to 2. Hopefully, it's not too choppy or problematic for you. So this is what I'm working on here for Chris. Uh, it's a Jeep 7 or 9 or 8 or whatever. It's got DCC on board. It's Bachman. Um, seems to have terrible body wobble. Uh, it doesn't work on the track. Um, the lights came on, but there was no movement, which bothers me a bit. But I think what I'm going to do is maybe dig into it and at least clean the wheels, take a look at the electrical, and see if we can do something about this. I was gonna try it on JMRI first, but since the wheels are so dirty, I thought maybe I'd do a little servicing first. I don't think I've ever taken one of these new Bachmans apart. I'm just assuming, taking the couplers out, that I can take the shell off, but maybe there's some clips or screws. Like, that seems to have a lot of wobble. Anyway, maybe this has to come out too. Well, that's neat. Prepped for a speaker. That's pretty cool. 2 more screws here. Curious. Well, let's give it a shot. Feels right. One's not coming out. Oh, she's broken. All right. Well, let's see what we can't do here. Nice to get that out. And so wedge that there. Get that out so I can re-glue it. At least do something. Hmm. Ta-da. Geez, we're up to 4 now. Hello, everybody. We'll try to glue that back onto the shell. All right. So this is a Bachmann decoder. They suck. But it's not mine. Be the first thing I'd change if I ever bought one of these. Bachmann motor. Probably quite soft brushes. Most likely a 3-pole motor. I'm not seeing much for flywheels. All right. I'm already getting black on me. Man, oh man. Now I've seen other people digging at it, and I tried it myself from the between the chassis and the top of the truck. But fine screwdriver, get in there, wedge it in, and just pry it, and it seemed to pop easy. Let's see how the camera's working. Will it focus? Geez, that's pretty darn good, isn't it? Pretty darn good. A little choppy. Got a little bit left in this one. Might as well use it up. Oh, wow, look at that. I'm gonna hold this up. Just take a look in the gears. Tell me what you see. Something not quite like the others. Where should I put my there? Will it focus? There it is. That's not supposed to be in there. Bouncing around on the gears. I don't even know what that's for. Might not even be for that Loco. It's still bouncing around 1 and 2 bars. I hope the stream is fine. I think tonight I'm only just going to do this one. I was kind of hoping I had some Cat 5 cable. I did at one time, but I must have tossed it or donated it to what am I thinking? A thrift store or something, because I don't have it. To go from my workstation that I'm at now to my router, I need about 25 feet or so of Cat 5. So I can plug my laptop in and route it up through the floor and the ceiling up to the router upstairs. Maybe that'll help with the stream. Black grease, nasty stuff. Graphite or something. I don't doubt. I don't blame anybody not sticking around for the stream. It's kind of boring watching somebody work on a train. But if anybody just wants to hang out, chat, I do look up at the screen. I'm sure there's somebody else on. Today's Thursday. Uh, Third Rail Thursday, maybe. I don't have a set schedule. So I just come home trying to be motivated to get through these locomotives so I can get onto the more fun ones, doing decoder installs and lighting installs and stuff. I find that more enjoyable than just servicing a bunch of locomotives. It's just nasty. Oh, looks like I'm gonna have to resolder a wire. That sucks. Ooh, I don't want to have to lengthen that. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Gosh darn it. Where's the wire lead go? Oh, maybe I don't. Oh, I can pull that down. All right. Not so bad. We're saved. Okay. What's in the wire first? Ooh. Not heated up long enough yet. We're getting there. We're not heated up yet. Come on. Go up to super speed. Ta-da! Tin, 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 tin. Now, to thread through. Hard to see what I'm doing, but hopefully you can. It's not the best, but it'll do. We now have power coming from that side of the truck. Okay. We will put a little grease on this. I don't want that. I want this. Oops. All right. Same old, same old. Clean the wheels. Give it a dab of oil and grease. See if she runs. Hope it runs. Same thing over here. Grossy. Fibers of some sort. Hairs or fibers, I'm not sure. So there goes my alcohol. Both wires are attached on this side, so that's good. Just give her clean. It wouldn't surprise me if this motor is blown. It just would not surprise me. Yeah, it's a Bachman Spectrum, I assume, DCC and sound, or not DCC, sound ready, I guess. How you doing, Union Pacific? Cascade Industrial Park. Cool. Just trying to service it. I doubt it's going to work. I have a funny suspicion the motor brushes are wore right out. The fellow that owns it runs them a long time through the day. He's disabled, suffered a stroke, uses trains running around his track as therapy. And Bachmans are nice, but man, the brushes wear out on him. He has a brand new switcher, gorgeous looking switching locomotive, Bachman DCC. I don't think it was sound. And, and immaculate condition. And he operated it until they died. I tried to service it in the motor. The brushes were gone. They just wore right out. God, black graphite is a mess. It looks like factory grease. Hey, Fred. Uh, I'm just trying to work through these locomotives for Chris. Uh, I, I'm just dying to get these done so I can move on to some decoder installs. I was talking to myself earlier. I got to get some Cat 5 cable. Try to plug into my router so my Wi-Fi connection's a lot better. We'll see anyway. Not my Wi-Fi, my internet connection for streaming. Hopefully, we can do something better anyway. Kind of cheating here and not wanting to uh, dismantle the whole truck. Oh, this one's not even on. Hello. Do the same over here. Might as well. Bingo. I'm assuming it was good hockey tonight, Brad? Well, that was a quick service. Let's let's do a little something, something. Hmm. Test number one: DC power. Get that out of the way. Lights on, but nobody's home. All right. Test number 2. We will do we'll have to do a decoder test to see if it's reading the decoder. What shall we do this on? PR3? Sure, why not? I need to really build a switch for this. I don't have to keep changing the jumpers. Bear with me. I'm gonna try to share my screen. All right. So this put the locomotive on the test track. PR3 mode. Programmer mode. Programming track. I gotta see what's going on with my programmer. PR3 is unknown. That's strange. Oh, that closed. Oh, boy, she's slow. Settings. Hmm. I wish I used this more often. You know, doing decoder installs, which I prefer to do. Okay, preferences. Here we go. Says COM7. Open it PR3. We are plugged in. Try to identify. Is it going to work or what? No acknowledgement. Okay, let's test one that I know has a decoder in it. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, not sure if he's reading anyway. Doesn't look promising. Okay, LocoNet, PR3 mode. Ah, here we go. Programmer mode. Bingo. Identify. There we go. There it is. That's my 4800. Okay. It just had to take a minute to get caught up. Let's see if I can switch that back now. Present. Share screen. Window. Yeah. All right, so this was my test locomotive. So we go new loco. Can hide this for now. Read type from decoder. It's reading CB8, CB7, so it's actually reading the decoder. All right. Easy command, 2-function or 4-function decoder. I don't know. So let's just see what this is all about. For fun. Open and comprehensive. I'm assuming we're still sharing this screen. Add to stage. Silly me. On me here, so I'm a little lost. I wish it would. Oh, okay. Let's try something else. Present, share screen, entire screen. Yeah, let's do that. Entire screen, share. Do, do, do. Yeah, if Scott Rails was watching this, he'd see the MRI in action. A lot better way of modifying the CVs of a decoder than doing it through the control panel or the controller. 5608. DC conversion enabled. All right. Uh-huh. Yeah, methinks the motor's toast. All right. Look at that. Stop screen. So DCC is working. Hmm. Okay. We shall get directly into my command center. Plug my controller in. Loco 5608. Enter. Headlight. Sorry. Why am I doing that? Local dispatch. Power. Plus. We got track power. Logo 5608. Enter. Headlight. We have headlight. This is front. So that is full speed. Mm-hmm. Okay, reverse. Reverse lights on. Nada. All right. Logo dispatch power off. I have a funny suspicion the motor's toast. Well, what I didn't want to do is, hey, I was just talking about you, Scott Rails. Earlier in the stream, I don't know if you caught it, but I actually was trying to, I assume it worked. I shared my screen for JMRI, for programming decoders. Well, of course, I knew they were for elementary school. Hockey wouldn't be too bad. As long as the kids had fun, you had fun. Oh, that's right. They, right rail red. Hopefully they stuck with that. I seriously think this locomotive's toast. Gosh darn it. There we are. I saw your video on your pride and joy, your PA. Very nice locomotives for the Proto 2000s. It's yeah, definitely a sweet looking locomotives. I never really was interested in PAs, but with what I've bought recently, kind of took a little bit of an interest in them. Come on. Goodness. I look forward to rerouting these wires. Trying to do it without having to take the board off. Come on. Oh, there's another screw. Silly me. Should have known that. We're in the thick of it now. Oh, there is flywheels on there. Um, hmm. I'm not sure, Scott Rails. I think you were asking about these capacitors on the motors of certain um, locomotives. There was a guideline, I don't know, back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, I'm not sure. And these capacitors were to reduce electronic noise so it wouldn't interfere with televisions and radios or something like that. Um, Usually, when people upgrade and install decoders, they disappear. Well, now. Hmm. Oh, surprised me. We got juice. We got power. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think they still require it over in Great Britain. I'm not sure about around here. Oh, did I fry it? No, no. All right, let's just. Hmm. Power to the motor, but no power going through the board, yet the decoder seemed to work. That's strange. What can I do? Well, make sure the decoder's not junk, which Bachman decoders are junk. Let's see here. Just because it's at my fingertips and I don't know where my commercial grade decoder tester is. Let's see. Da-da-da-da. Dusty. Toast already. Wow. Yeah, I find the Bachman decoders, they contribute to motor noise for some god awful reason. Um, Digitrax, uh, NCE, soundtracks, basically all the mainstream non-sound decoders have eliminated a lot of the motor noise. Yeah, exactly. Um, I don't know what they do. Whatever it does with the pulse modulation and stuff like that, it reduces the hum in the motor. And with the Bachman decoders, they don't. It's almost like they're still first generation decoders. Um, yeah, I if it worked, I probably if it were my locomotive, these aren't mine. Um, I'd pull it, pop in one that I like, and I'd probably sell these for a few dollars and try to recover it. Let somebody else have the problem. So this is my homemade decoder tester. Um, I don't even know if I made a video on this or not. Got a project box off of eBay. All of these components are from eBay. This is a motor from a Proto 2000 steam locomotive, and this is a speaker I got from Princess Auto. Um, Power in from the either the decoder, uh, what do you call it? Like either track power or um, the program track tester wires. Um, the 8 functions on a standard decoder if it was a soldered connection or a non 8-pin plug. Speaker functions here and the other functions here, the purple and the brown wire. And then I wired in just an 8-pin decoder socket here as well. So I'm still on track power, so I should be able to power this up. On Loco, that. So that is what? Reverse light. That makes sense. Forward light. So those are all working. So I can turn that off. Let's go forward in the, well, the motor's running. Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with the decoder. It's not getting hot. Yeah, this was before I went to a train show and found the one that I modeled it after for like $20. It's always the way it is. All right. Nothing wrong with the decoder other than it's a Bachman. Yeah, works pretty good. So we have an electrical problem. I wonder. I wonder if I should solder those connections just to be sure. Hmm. I'm not a fan. I usually like these clips, but if we do have an issue, maybe I'll just do the motor leads because we were getting track power. Why are we not fitting? Oh, here we are. Groovy. All at the same time. And there's like no tolerance. It's not the pigs. So this is something funky. Oh, and that's why this thing wobbles so bad. There's a little on the top of the truck. There's a little pod, little cup, and that little knob fits in it. But there's a screw that goes down. Oh, there goes the other truck. You can see there's a hole for a screw, and it's kind of that little pod is rounded on the bottom. Anyway, that's why this thing has so much body wobble. Probably looks funny going down the track. We'll see. Now I got it. All right. Oh, it's down there. Hello, my little friend. Yeah, that's kind of sketchy. I'm not a fan of that connection. Yeah. Bachman does all right when it comes to detail and finish work and stuff like that, but man, they get some wonky ideas engineering wise for certain things. I am not a fan of how that truck is mounted. That's literally on the screw. That's terrible. Like that is terrible. And it's just a plastic that it screws into. Of course, you screw in too tight. And look at, oh God, it's what a terrible design. Pivots a little. It's pivoting on a screw that's half screwed in. Yeah, not cool. Nothing like reinventing the wheel just to say you did. I hope they didn't win any awards for that mechanism. Screw it all the way in and then back it out. A quarter of a turn. Gets rid of the body wobble. Trucks kind of fit a little better there. Yeah, that'll do. Right rail red. Always remember that. Just like when you learn how to safely shoot a firearm, red is dead. Yeah. Not a fan though. Not a fan. You go a little too aggressive on any of the maintenance, and you strip that hole, then yeah, you got to do some work to make the screw grip again. It's just not a the Atherin, tried, tested, and true. Uh, Probably one of my favorite connections. Not to mention, yeah, if this takes a dive from one level to another or onto the floor, is less forgiving than the other types of connections too. Mind you, you don't want that anyway, but I think I had too much caffeine today. I'm a little shaky. Yeah. Oh, did I break that off? Oh, I think I did. All right. Well, since that's all happening, I don't need to worry about that. Oopsie. Come on. Get in there. We're not hot yet. So you've been in the hobby since April last year. That's pretty cool. You're doing very well, I must say. not being afraid to jump into DCC and LEDs and all the fun stuff. Yeah, I gravitated towards the decoder install and the electronics. Um, I didn't know anything about it. I was originally going to go just DC all the way, but once I learned about DCC, I just knew I needed to do that instead. I was trying to research the power districts of, running just DC and voltage drop and all that stuff. I'm not an electrician, and geez, you need a degree in electronics just to do DC on any scale layout. Yeah, you're right. You definitely. Don't get me wrong. I like just running a locomotive around the track, quite like you, and in DC, just to stretch its legs and get some use out of something. I I have a fair few locomotives that I've deemed not really worthy of getting upgraded. So if I want to use them, I'll flip over DC. All right. So I think I will solder. To the board. Not a huge fan of this, but it'll do. Before I go any further, we'll test it out. We have a headlight. Oh, hello. Bingo. DCC is working. That's good. But my fella likes regular DC. So we'll dispatch that, turn the power off, and we will change leads. Thanks. I don't know if you are aware, but the last few streams, um, like I'm doing this work for another person. These are, it's a, I guess, a little bit of a commission type work. I've got one, two, three, four, five locos. This is number six, and I've got four more to go. Um, and the guy, he has had a stroke, and he's paralyzed on one half of his body. And as uh, therapy for him, he has a layout that he runs these DC locos all day. He likes the sound of them. He likes to watch them, and he tracks their mileage. And before he had a stroke, he was actually like a runner. He did a few marathons. And up in Cape Breton in the Highlands, I guess there was a marathon that he did. And yeah, he kind of compares what the mileage these locos do versus what he used to run in marathons or something like that. It's kind of neat. It's poetic in his mind, anyway. Um, so, so yeah, he approached the club that I'm the president of, and nobody else was willing to really help him. He was getting desperate, so I told him I'd help him out. I've had these locos far too long, and he's got another 30 he wants to have serviced. So I've recruited two or three of my club mates, and we're all going to take like maybe 10, because a dozen or 15 or 20 or even 30 is too much for one person. um, i've got a I've got a crap load of decoder installs to do as well. So um, yeah, when I say a crap load, I mean a crap load. I've got one, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 10, thereabouts, around 10 decoders to install for other people before I even get back onto my own projects. So, and I thought I'd share. I'm tinkering here in the basement. I might as well. Oh, this is DC. He's running. Oh, he's gonna like that. Seems to be quiet too. The thing that drives him nuts is motor noise or grinding gears. So he'll quite enjoy this one now that it's running. So yeah, I could. I do have some spares. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. Oh no. What do we got here? This is from previous decoders installs. Could easily take an 8-pin plug and make it a a dummy plug, or actually here's a couple of dummy plugs in there right here. Yeah, but I don't want one of those decoders, and he really doesn't care. I gotta clean my wheels. My rolling roads are dirty. All right, I'm pleased with that. We'll call that a win. Um, well, it's through the settings. It is um actually you probably didn't see the JMRI um that I was doing while I'm doing this. First, I might as well check gauge. Yes, we're all good. Um, okay. You got a second? I'll show you. Takes a little bit of infrastructure. I know you have an NCE system, um, but computer interface. Basically, it plugs into your DCC system, and then through USB, I think it plugs into a laptop or a computer, and you can actually program the decoders off your computer. Let me. Do I still have? And it's a free program online through the JMRI JMRI website. Um, and yeah, let me do a little thing for you if you got a second. I'm going to share my entire screen. Able to see the oh, what's going on? How come? Okay, actually seeing what you're seeing. So if I can go here, oh, how come that's not coming up? There we go. So this is the JMRI program, and it's called Decoder Pro. Um, this is just a list of my DCC decoders that I have in this, and that's all my entries. Anyway, what we can do is I can show you this decoder. If I had this set up right. There we go. I just got to change my alligator clips real quick. All right, so it's on my test track. It's plugged in. It's through my Digitrack system, and I can go ahead and click on this new Loco. And I can read type from decoder, and there it went. It found the Bachman Easy Command decoders. I can click on what I think it is, and I can open up the comprehensive programmer. I'm going fast, I know, but this is just a quick little view of JMRI. And I can actually read certain things on the decoder, and it'll tell me the address once it finished reading it. Oh, didn't mean to hit right. I mean, I meant to hit read the full sheet. I may have screwed that up. Yeah, I probably did, but I can fix that. Oh, okay. So it's jumping through the decoder right now, reading all the CVs that pertain to this one basics tab, which is the short address, the extended address, direction, speed step, DC conversion enabled. And then, of course, some information over here. So this is number 2, if we wanted to run it on a DCC system. But because of this, it's perfectly fine. Even a lot of the standard decoders from Digitrax and whatnot have this. Some people prefer to have this turned off. I guess if you watched the DCC guy, Larry Puckett, he gives a pretty good reason to not have DC conversion enabled. Uh, Power spikes and such as that could potentially mess up the decoder. But here's where you can do your acceleration and deceleration. You don't even have to think about what CV and what value it is. You can do your start volts, kickstart, Vmax. You can do a speed curve. Um, so depending on how it is, it's really slow acceleration and then steep curve on the high end. Or you can even limit the speed and not use the back end. Some switchers only go 65 miles an hour, not 120. So you may want to stop or reduce the power on the high end. Function maps. This is how you can change what functions are on what color wire. Lights, LEDs, analog control. To get into sound levels, and here this is all of the CVs for the decoder. Um, Yellow is it hasn't read. The white is it has read. So it's very comprehensive, and this list gets huge when you're looking at soundtracks and lock sound decoders and TCS wow sound and stuff. So yeah, and then you can actually have rosters as well. Um, you can set this up um, as well if you plug it into your. How did I do that? Oh, I have it hooked up to my computer, which is hooked up to my Wi-Fi. Then through JMRI and something called Y throttle or engine driver, you can download it on your phone, and you can actually operate the locomotives either on this roster or a new locomotive that's not on the roster wireless through your tablet or phone, which is really cool. Um, yeah, through your Wi-Fi system at home. Stop. Your MRC. You have an MRC? I thought you had a NCE system. Am I mistaken? You have the MRC. Um, it's not ProCab. It's but MRC. I'm sure they have. I thought you had NCE. The MRC. I'm sure they have. It would be something that MRC would have produced to connect your computer to your DCC system, so you can use the JMRI. You'd have to research it. I'm sure they have a connector for it. Prodigy Express. That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Their system's pretty good. Um, it's quite similar to the NCE system. It's not as popular around here. Um, their decoders are crap. Um, they haven't really caught up to the bus they're quite like the Bachman decoders in my experience. Oh yeah, that's right, the Arduino system. That I guess that's easy to connect with JMRI. I think it. Yeah, the DCC-EX plus plus. I think that has JMRI built right into it. So, um, and I believe it has a Wi-Fi module board or something like that as well. So if that's the case, you would just need to, yeah, you'll be able to use programming track. That's a 5 amp system, isn't it, or is it a 3 amp system? I can't remember. Um, but the what am I trying to say? I think you can get all of the JMRI and the wireless all in one. It's really cool. Um, I'm gonna get a new system. We're building a new layout at my club. We're sticking with uh, you know, the big controllers all the time. We can just use a phone. That's the old Digitrax DT402 duplex radio equipped, but it only goes up to 28 functions. Um, some of the decoders, even the new Lock Sound 5 decoders, are going over 30 functions now. So, indeed, yeah, cool. Yeah. So linking up to your Wi-Fi at home, and then being able to like this is the see if I can get the engine driver running on my phone. I haven't used it in a while. Right here, engine driver. Oh, oh well, look at that. Look at it's even already advertising DCCEX. So yeah, you're golden. And if you have an iPhone, um, it also I think it's called Y throttle or something like that. I haven't even looked at this, but it's pretty simple to use. Changer. But yeah, that's basically what it looks like, and you just connect to the port through. You can have it so JMRI loads up and is ready to have a server ready for you, and you just automatically connect. I haven't set it up in a while, but it's pretty cool. And then yeah, you have all of your functions at your fingertips. I assume it would be even better with a tablet because it wouldn't be so gosh darn small on a phone. Well, I guess that's enough jibber jabber. Let's button this up. You'd almost think I was a salesman on that stuff, eh? Wire management. Wire management. Yeah, no sweat. Anytime. I enjoy it. Little screws and fat fingers don't mix. Oh yeah, that's right. I found an extra screw early on when I was tearing apart the truck. I found a screw in the gearbox of the truck, which I have no idea what it's for. Okay. All right. Yeah, when I started, I didn't have the computer interface. Um, I joined my club in Truro and learned a bit, and then I asked one of the members if he knew anyone because I decided to go with a Digitrack system to match my club system. Um, that's funny. Yeah. Um, anyway, friend at the club, he hooked me up with someone selling a Digitrack system, and I got it. And then I bought my first soundtracks. Was an Intermountain SD 40-2, the big soundtrack sound decoder in it. And I didn't have enough juice in my programmer to look after changing the CVs and stuff. So I got Booster and all that to do all this stuff. And yeah, and loved it ever since. Doing the JMRI is definitely a lot easier. Hmm. I don't know if this will be what I need or what. Solvents and glues, definitely not my expertise. Let's just put that back in there and see if I can get this to line up. Yeah, good golly. You son of a gun. It's not gonna fly. Boy, I hope it lines up. This plastic weld stuff's pretty cool, but on certain stuff it doesn't work. But it seems like it's gonna work for me here. And if you use you know, the crazy glue, super glue stuff, uh, run to the hobby store and see if you can get a bottle of this Insta set. Then you don't have to wait for it to set. It You spray it on it, and it's instantly sets. Well, that seemed to work. I don't see it moving. I just hope I get it in the right spot. Hopefully, it's forgiving. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to force it in the hole, and it defeats the purpose. Let's give it a fit. I guess it would help if I had it on right. Mhm. Ha! Look at that. Bob is your uncle. Look at that. Sweet. I think I'm just spinning it. It didn't take. I was too quick. Gosh darn it. Well, that'll do it. Let's see. Quite neat that it's DCC sound ready. may not be the right screw. Bingo. Guess I'm tired of holding this. I was kind of hoping that this maintenance on this one would only last about a half an hour. Gosh, son of a gun. All friggin' thumbs tonight. Let's try that. Yeah. Hmm. All right. And I've got spare parts. It's almost like putting something together from IKEA. I did have body wobble before, but that was it. Well, guess it wouldn't hurt to just throw it on the track one more time. DC, just DC, I guess. Yeah. Oh, come on now. Not cool. Hopefully I didn't screw something up. Oh, I wasn't on the track, right? Okay. Well, after all that. Hmm. Oh, there we go. Something's not right. Well, that sucks. 2 hours in. Put the shell on it, don't work. Not cool. Maybe I will do that dummy plug. Hmm. Just kind of hoping that was done. Thought maybe I might have a dummy plug kicking around. Just regular plugs, I guess. Oh, wait. There it is. All right. Record timing. Remove the shell. Kind of feel like the father on the Christmas story, changing a tire. 4 minutes, time me. You see, I want to pull on that truck to pull the shell off, but I really shouldn't because of that darn screw. Mm, oh, wait. Just a little grip. There My mom used to say that all the time. God, now it's running terribly. Oh, here we go. Looks like no torque that way. Oof. Oh, we might be shorting. Hmm. We didn't blow the decoder, did we? Overheated. Hmm. Here's another thing I mentioned to you in one of the comments: micro crystal clear. Um, it's good for gluing like windows. It doesn't fog anything up. Stuff. He thinks there's a bit of some potential shorting happening here. Hmm. I could be wrong, but we'll see. Let's see if we can thread the needle here. This is Kapton tape. I'm not a huge fan, like other people are diehard fans, but um, just find that the oil and grease that are on your skin messes up the adhesive. That's why I'm using the tweezers here. Try not to mess around with the adhesion. I wonder if those there's a little bit of twist to that motor, but I think it clears everything. I think. Well, I'll give it a shot. Oh, I've seen that motor twisted. Hmm. I say the motor's just about shot. Would help if I torque down the motor mounts, maybe? Don't know. Yeah, yeah. I, I I just attributed to my sweaty palms. Oh, yeah. There's just no torque in one direction. Hmm. I think I'll just chalk this up to use it until it's dead, I guess. I hate to do it to them, but Oh, let's just leave that on for now. Try it every step of the way. Would help if I turn power on. All right. Man, oh man, everything's just got to fit by a hair. Get in there. Ooh, she's not fitting as good as she did before. Why? What's going on? Oh, there's lots of room. Yes, don't tell me to spit on it. Oh, we got one side in. Bingo. Well, if it wiggles, it works, and I'm going to call it a win. So I think the brushes are bad. Yeah. I'll give him back his decoder, and we'll call that a night. Next one up was that beauty. Kind of looks like it's been custom detailed. Real quick, I want to see what the inside looks like. Ooh, those screws weren't intended for that. Oh, wow. Kind of looks like an Ather. I didn't know they did an RS3. Oh, hmm. God, what a mess. Yeah, that sounds pretty. It's kind of neat. It's got a smaller flywheel on that side than that side. Oop, Jesus. Well, I might clean this all up. Take these all apart, lube them up. Hmm, neat. Let's see here. Boston and Maine. It's kind of a neat paint scheme. This looks like an atlas, I believe. Ooh, fancy. DCC ready. All kinds of different lighting. I'm not sure if that's atlas or not. Reminds me of an atlas. Doesn't say. Beautiful paint scheme. Maybe a Bowser? Hmm. Oh, this one's been custom detailed. Looks like an Athearn. Oh, it is an Athearn. Oh, neat. Pretty cool detail. Athearn blue box. Oh, this is a heavy one. Northwestern. Oh, pro. That's why she's heavy. Crack gears. No. No crack gears. Just needs a service. Nice. Good weight to it. Well, I think I'm going to call that a night. I'd like to get these next four done before the weekend, or at least by the end of the weekend. He gave me this one. Kind of hard to service this one when there's no wheels. Oh, there we go. Yeah, thanks for sticking around. Um, Appreciate it. I'm going to hit the hay. I got work tomorrow. We'll see us on the next one.